Good afternoon. This is Rashad Mitchell comes to you live. Excuse me. This is still in the morning time in the East Coast. So 11:54. So still in the morning time. But anyway, continue on my part series. The week that was college football's history and review. This is week 6, October 22nd, 1955. So I'm gonna start with Thursday. So I believe it was October 20th, 1955 on a Thursday. Clemson beat South Carolina 28-14 in Columbia, South Carolina, as after 6 years without win in the traditional big Thursday game, Clemson reclaimed Palmetto State bragging rights. As sub-quarterback Charlie Bussey fired 55-yard touchdown pass to end Willie Smith 3 minutes into game. Defensive back Bussey followed with interception that led to a 6-play march and launching Tigers to 21-0 lead early in the third quarter. So South Carolina threatened several times in first half, especially when halfback Carroll McClain dashed 84 yards with the punt return. But Bussey slipped away from two blockers to nail McClain at Tigers' 10-yard line, so Clemson defense held its own at the 5-yard line. Sub-quarterback Bobby Bunch rallied the Gamecocks to within 21-14 on 73, 75-yard marches respectively that culminated early in the fourth quarter. McClain scored on a 15-yard run and caught 33-yard pass to highlight Bird's late drives. Even though 7 minutes showed on the clock, Carolina tried an onside kick that backfired, and Tigers responded with senior quarterback Don King's 1-yard touchdown run as he enjoyed his only win over Gamecocks in his 4 years. Clemson halfback Joe Wells rushed 17 times for 116 yards, and afterward, Tigers mentor Frank Howard got Ride on shoulders and aggravated his old complaint, but he was all smiles. We did everything we wanted to do except run the option. Now on Friday, October 21st, 1955, Texas Christian, number 18 team in the country, beat Miami 21-19 as the Hurricanes, soon to be called greatest three-year loss team in history by Herman Hickman of Sports Illustrated, held 431 yards to 257 yards offensive edge, but lost game on foot of TCU fullback kicker Howard Pollard, who made all 3 of his conversion kicks. Miami failed on 2 kicks and also was stopped at TCU 1, 20, and 20-yard lines. Even though quarterback Sam Skornecchia was crafty and vigorous from outset of his first start, Skornecchia made Darren pitch out to halfback Whitey Revere for 17 yards and tossed fourth down that flat pass to Revere for 27 yards to 10-yard line that led to Skornecchia's touchdown toss, fourth down flat pass to Revere for 27 yards to 10-yard line. So that led to Skornecchia's touchdown sneak for early 7-0 edge. Now, TCU halfback Jim Swink, who ran for 124 yards on 18 carries, got free in the end zone for 24 yards touchdown. Catch from quarterback Chuck Curtis to take 7-6 lead in the first quarter. Miami scored on fullback Paul Hefty's plunge on last play of the first quarter, but missed 2 field goals in the second quarter. Now, Purple Frogs went up 14-12 at halftime as O'Day Williams made tall touchdown catch at back of end zone after Swink leave 59 yards to Miami 19-yard line. So Curtis scored on sneak for 21-12 lead after tackle Norman Animal Hamilton belted Skornecchia, who fumbled to TCU tackle Don Cooper at Miami's 21-yard line. Skornecchia's 63-yard touchdown pass to halfback Jack Loesch came with 90 seconds left. On that same Friday, UCLA, number 17 in the country, beat Iowa 33-13. With All-American guard Calvin Jones out with bad knee disappointing, Iowa was probed through Jones' spot by speedy UCLA tailback Sam Brown for 50 yards on opening 73-yard touchdown drive. Hawkeyes relied on option runs and quarterback Jerry Rical's 26-yard pass to end Jim Gibbons to answer quickly with 78-yard touchdown drive and 7-6 edge. Halfback defensive back Johnny Herman's interception of Reichau started Bruins on a 41-yard march that put them up for good in second quarter at 13-7. Brown's 67-yard punt touchdown return started third quarter, and he followed with a 4-yard touchdown sweep after guard Jim Brown fell on Iowa halfback Eddie Vince's fumble at Iowa 18-yard line. Maryland, the number 2 team in the country, beat Syracuse 34-13. Maryland over Syracuse. Undefeated Terrapins scored on their first possession at the fumble recovered by center linebacker Bob Pellegrini at Syracuse 29-yard line. At the end, Russ then a 17-yard touchdown reception from halfback Ed Reed, who had 332 yards on 15 carries, a touchdown run before the first quarter ended. The Orangemen went 70 yards in 7 plays to get within 14-7 as they dusted off old-time buck lateral pass from halfback Mark Hoffman to end Don Outhouse for 30-yard touchdown. Reed scored in second quarter as Maryland led 20-7 at halftime. Reed got loose for a 30-yard run after the second half kickoff, and Terps halfback Jack Haley sliced through for first of his 2 touchdown runs in the third quarter. Syracuse halfback Jimmy Brown had 74 yards rushing on 16 carries, scored in the fourth quarter after toting ball 4 times on 31-yard drive with fumble recovery. West Virginia, the number 8 team in the country, beat Penn State 21-7. West Virginia defeated Penn State for the 3rd straight year. First time that had occurred in 46-year series history. It would be last West Virginia University win over Penn State until 1984. But Nittany Lions' own play at game's beginning and tally only touchdown the first half after fumble recovery sparked 65-yard march to quarterback Bob Hoffman. Hoffman's one-yard touchdown sneak. Mountaineers' Burley line, led by future NFLers tackle Bruce Bosley, center Chuck Howley, and tackle Sam Huff, caught fire in second half. So West Virginia charged 93 yards to halfback Bob Moss, wide 9-yard touchdown run after receiving one of Lions quarterback punter Jim Hochberg's long punts that averaged 43.2 yards. Game stayed tied at 7-7 into fourth quarter until Mountaineers halfback Joe Marconi pushed across touchdown from the 3-yard line. West Virginia and his unbeaten record were finally out of the woods when Moss raced across from 12-yard line with less than 10 minutes to play. Virginia Tech beat Virginia 17-13, Roanoke, Virginia. Virginia Tech completed only the 1 pass in 6 tries, but it went for early first quarter as quarterback Leo Burke threw 22-yard scoring arrow to halfback Ray England. Cavaliers came right back to tie it 7-7 as quarterback Bill Clark connected with Bob Gunderman as 34-yard touchdown pass, trailing 10-7 after Virginia Tech guard kicker Frank Webster made 22-yard field goal. Virginia took 13-10 lead to halftime as halfback Herb Hartwell cruised 14 yards to touchdown. Gobblers in Dover Jones, who earlier blocked punt, made fumble recovery that led to Tech for a field goal, blocked another punt in the third quarter. So Jones recovered ball, punted by Cavaliers quarterback punter Reeves Bailey just 1 foot from goal line. Burke then sneaked over for winning score. Pittsburgh beat Duke 26-7 as Pitt's powerful Pitt line turned into touchdown sneaking ball hawks. Tackle Bob Pollock and his course blocked punt early in second quarter. Center linebacker John Cincy and tackle Herman Kinnell each had fumble recovery to set up touchdown. After punt block, quarterback Corny Salvatierra threw 36-yard touchdown to end Joe Watson, first of his 2 touchdown receptions. Humboldt Duke lost quarterback Sonny Jurgensen for most of second half with bad ankle after he tossed pass with speedy halfback Bernie Blaney carried a 75-yard touchdown for short-lived 76 halftime lead. Pete Neff trying to beat out Salvatierra at quarterback was Pitt's leading rusher at 69 yards on 5 carries, which included a 43-yard sprint right in third quarter that set up stage for halfback Lou Cimaroli's decisive touchdown plunge for 13-7 edge. Georgia Tech shut out Florida State 34-0 as outgunned Florida State put up first quarter fight Seminoles fullback punter back reverse spiral bomb 63-yard punt out of bounds at the Tech 3-yard line at end of early series. Swift halfback defensive back Lee Corso ran down Georgia Tech halfback George Volkert after a 73-yard sprint to FSU 6-yard line. Feisty Seminoles held inches short of goal line, but Yellow Jackets quarterback Wade Mitchell soon fielded punt at FSU 39-yard line, cut from sideline to slip into end zone for a 7-0 lead. Returning Corso made 32-yard catch and later came up with a fumble recovery at own 10-yard line. Seminoles quarterback defensive back Vic Princey made end zone interception. Mighty effort couldn't keep Georgia Tech from spending most of first half and FSU in. Backup quarterback Toppy Van led Tech on 49-yard touchdown march. 2 completions and touchdown sneak for 14-0 lead, and later Van bootleg around in for 20-0 halftime edge. Corso's fumble set up another Tech touchdown in Ted Smith's 3-yard scoring catch. Tech reserves notch last score in the fourth quarter. Mississippi beat Arkansas 17-7 as fullback Paige Kaufman, one of the nation's leading scorers with 44 points, and quarterback Ed Eagle Day were prime movers in Mississippi's domination on offense. Ole Miss outgained Arkansas 375 yards to 243 yards. Rebels scored Hodge for 2 touchdowns in opening 7 minutes as defensive back Day recovered fumble to lead to touchdown run by Cawthron, and Day threw struck touchdown pass to end by Drury. Sudden change worked for Razorbacks in third quarter as quarterback defensive back George Walker picked off Day's pass at the own 45-yard line, dashed the Rebels 27-yard line on next play. Walker arched touchdown pass to end Jerry Souter, who stumbled across for touchdown. Cawthron put game away with a 22-yard field goal late in the fourth quarter. Michigan defeated Minnesota 14-13 as the stumbling number 1 Michigan regained Little Brown Jug with rally from early 13-0 Gophers hold. Minnesota built its edge on opportunistic play. Gophers gained field position at Wolverines' 24-yard line as fullback punter Rody Tusker bombed 65-yard punt, which was bobbled back to the 3-yard line by Michigan halfback Terry Barr. Gophers halfback Bob Schultz soon scored on a 5-yard run. Halfback Dick McNamara set up fullback Ken Yackles touchdown run with 28-yard sprint and fortuitous fumble out of bounds at University of Michigan 20-yard line. So Michigan shrugged off doldrums in 14th minute of the second quarter. Barr made up for his early blunder with 2 big plays. The first quarter block of Minnesota guard kicker Mike Falls, conversion kick, and 5-yard touchdown run. Barr's touchdown was set up a 42-yard pass to end Mike Rotuno, and lateral to speeding halfback Ed Shannon. Winning margin came in third quarter on 9 yards, 4th down pass from quarterback Jim Van Pelt to end Tom Matz and kicker Van Pelt's conversion. So result failed to impress AP voters, who would drop University of Michigan to number 3 in the AP poll. Notre Dame beat Purdue by a score of 22-7 as the Fighting Irish capitalized on 2 fumble recoveries and interception for their 3 touchdowns that avenged their only 1954 defeat by Purdue. Notre Dame employed unbalanced line on offense to overcome Boilermaker's bulk, and they worked for 325 yards rushing. Igniting march to fullback Don Schaefer's first quarter touchdown. Irish quarterback defensive back Paul Horning recovered fumble by Purdue fullback Bill Murakowski at Notre Dame 40-yard line. Later in first quarter, Horning made an interception on a 20-yard line that stopped hopeful probe by Boilermakers. Purdue halfback Eric Barnes grabbed fumble at Notre Dame 42-yard line, and quarterback Lenny Dawson passed 13 yards to end Lynn Zizda for second quarter 7-7 tie. So Irish defensive ends Bob Scannell and Dick Prendergast put considerable second half pressure on Dawson. Purdue quarterback lost fumble in the third quarter at on 26-yard line to set up go-ahead touchdown by Notre Dame halfback Dean Studer, who had 106 yards rushing. He had 106 yards rushing and 15 carries and was thrown for losses so often fourth quarter series that Boilermakers faced a daunting 4th and 50. Punt snap on next play sailed over Dawson's head for safety. Oklahoma beat Colorado 56-21. For 20 minutes, Colorado was fierce rattlesnake twisting and springing in the hands of Oklahoma's invincible Sooners. Buffaloes led 14-0 in the second quarter. Colorado tackle Sam Salerno pounced on fumble by Sooners quarterback Jimmy Harris at 5-yard line at last play of first quarter. Fullback John the Beast Boyup rammed over from 3-yard line. Salerno created fumble recovered for Buffaloes in Lamar Meyer at OU 21-yard line and last 5 yards for touchdown with credit for fullback Emerson Wilson, who smacked same right tackle hole behind Salerno that Bayat had. Dubious pass interference call against Buffaloes and mistouched punt by Colorado helped Sooners jump to 21-14 lead in the second quarter. So Sooners halfback Bob Burris scored twice within 7 minutes in second quarter, not at 14-14 at end of the drives, sparked by running and passing of halfback Tommy McDonald. Weak quick kick by Colorado's tailback Homer Jenkins positioned Oklahoma for 55-yard go-ahead drive late in the second quarter as McDonald ran through big hole from the 2-yard line, leading 21-14 in third quarter. Sooners enjoyed touchdowns from Burris and McDonald and unleashed subs on wilting Buffaloes for 21-point romp in the fourth quarter. It was fourth straight year in which Oklahoma had to come from behind to defeat the Colorado Buffaloes. And finally, Houston shut out Texas Tech by a score of 7-0. Teams near respective conference titles took time out to battle as improving Cougars gained revenge for 61-14 pacing at hands of Texas Tech in 1954. Houston quarterback Jim Dickey passed 4 yards in first quarter to have back Kenny Stegall for touchdown, and Kinker Stegall added conversion kick. Desperate Red Raiders took air in late going and advanced 97 yards, only to be stopped at Cougars' 1-yard line. Ended up with 4 of 13 for 71 yards passing. Texas Tech went nowhere in air until closing minutes. Houston rushed for 232 yards. Now, the AP polls of October 24th, 1955 had Maryland at number 1, number 2, Oklahoma, number 3, Michigan, number 4, Navy, number 5, Michigan State, number 6, UCLA, number 7, West Virginia, number 8, Auburn, number 9, Notre Dame, number 10, Southern California. Texas A&M was number 11, Georgia Tech 12, Holy Cross 13, Texas Christian 14, Ohio State 15, Pittsburgh 16, 17, Duke, number 18, Miami of Ohio, number 19, Washington, number 20, Mississippi. So that concludes the look at the week that was college football's history and review. The week that was college football's history and review. The 1955 college football season just completed, looking at the recap of the games that were played on October 22nd, 1955, week 6. Subscribe, like, and comment on the channel. Do a video tomorrow regarding this part series. The week that was college football's history and review, 1955 college football season. Until then, talk to you tomorrow.